So when I was in Panama with the girlfriend, my, I'll say father-in-law didn't talk to me. He was a very silent person. And my girlfriend told me that he had been thrown out of his house since he was 14 years old. He had a tough life. I went shopping one time. I tried some pants, but they would need an alteration because over there they didn't. They all came longer. You would need someone to make them just the right length with a sewing machine. So I didn't buy them. And also in the town there were no men. It was all women at the stores and an old man or something like that. But most of the men they worked in the with the cows. So every day they would instead of cars passing in front of the house, there would be a bunch of cows with men talking and the cows making noise and so on. I was bored. I read the book that I took twice. The book was about a computer that became a human. It made it so, well, there was one man in prison and the computer got that man out of prison so that it could put the computer brain into the man's brain so that the computer would have feelings and have other. And the computer chose a man because it was a masculine computer. And then he wanted to capture a woman so he could have children. And then, of course, he wanted to continue and have children that are more intelligent than the humans. And it explained that it became a male because the doctors that created this thinking computer were men, not women. So therefore, it became a male computer that took a man's body. So I read that book twice because there was nothing to do. My mother-in-law was an extremely polite, extremely wonderful person. She was bubbly, she was happy, she was energetic, she was plump, and she was talkative. And she she brought a lot of joy to me. In the end, she called me hijo. That was such a loving gesture. And that's how I realized how positive the girlfriend was because of the mother. The mother was just exceptional. However, there was not much cooking there. One thing for people that grow up in the United States, when you go to other countries, apparently they eat way less than we do. I remember being hungry, and I remember walking around, but that kitchen was a room that was not used very much. It was not used, not that much, and not for that long. What did I like about Panama? We went to a restaurant on the coast, of course, and people were walking around picking up fish from the floor because the tide had gone out. And you have to be careful. I did pick up a book about what time the tides come back in. Apparently, you can time these things, and they come in real fast. Sometimes people drown. Yes, I always thought about it. If you ever want to commit suicide, it would have to be in another country. There is nobody there to rescue you. If you are walking around and the tide comes in, you're done. And also, there are no lifeguards at the beach and things like that. And yes, they have sharks. I didn't see any, however. I didn't even go swimming. It was hot. It was in August, I think. Um, there was nothing to do though. Yeah, there was nothing to do. I never went shopping. Oh, there was one carnival. Ah, wait, what's the word? They were young. Lots of pretty girls and so on walking around in the crowds. However, I don't know why. I mean, I wouldn't go out at night, and they did. Yep, they did. I remember feeling out of place, not because of my white skin, but because of, well, maybe that's what attracted the girls to me. They were walking around, a lot of them were looking at me. However, I felt out of place because the men seemed to be masculine, powerful, slim, slim, taller, somewhere taller, of course. But what's the word I'm looking for? Vibrant, vibrant. When you go to a gym, you see guys like that. However, there's a difference in seeing them walking so close to you, and it's dark and so on. I don't know. There's maybe that's my inferiority complex. Oh, and back then I didn't have the. I was a student of Tai Chi Chuan, but I didn't have the. For some reason, after my 30s, my skills. What happened? I think it's my confidence that that got to be so great. Because in my 20s, I was faster. So if, let's say in a sparring session, they would not catch me. I like my son today. He said, if they ever call him a chicken when we're sparring, what is it, a chicken? Or scaredy cat, or something like that. Just because he runs away, he'll answer them. Bruce Lee was a scaredy cat. And this just gives me happiness because it's true. Bruce Lee was one of those that he was very nimble. So if you attacked him, he could back up and back up and back up and back up. So you couldn't catch him. Uh, but then as soon as you stopped, then he would come in and run back out, in and out, attacking each time, which is a nuisance fighter. It's not. Well, I like to think it's not a masculine way of fighting, but it is an effective way of fighting, where it's almost like a guerrilla fighter. They run away and then they run away and then as soon as you're stop chasing them, they come back and hit you and then they run away again. It's a technique. So again, the valet coworker was the one that loaned me the suitcases to go. Oh, this is what I want to say. My girlfriend, when we got over there, she was carrying the money. They use dollars, United States money, currency. And what did she do? On the day we were supposed to come back, she didn't have the money to pay the airport taxes. And we were disappointed about that, but then she used her ATM and got some more money. But that's when I finally asked her, well, what happened to the $200 that you brought for the 2 weeks that we would be here." And she said, what did she say? She gave it to her brother. I'm like, what? And then my grandpa told me, don't go anywhere without $1,000. Your passport, your $1,000, and you're gone. That's the way he lived. And he said that one time he had to get out of the country real fast, out of Honduras, with no warning. So he did. Oh well. What else can I say? If you're gonna travel, you gotta have access to your money somehow. It was 6 hours also by car. Oh, and fix it so that you know what's happening locally. There was some festival. I don't know what it was. It was lousy that we were stuck in traffic for maybe 2 hours. Because, oh, yeah, it was some sort of holiday, so everybody went to the beach. And then they were all returning to the city, Panama City, at the same time. Oh, I didn't like that. Whenever you travel, try to figure out, like if you come to the United States, don't come on the 4th of July. It's a big festival. But even if it is big, there is no extra traffic, I'm thinking. Maybe there is. I don't go anywhere the 4th of July, but whatever festival is at the other country, don't go on the day that they're having that festival. Go the day before. There's just too much traffic. And there's no, I mean, on that road, there was nowhere to go. I had to pull over and use the bathroom and things like that. Of course, everybody sees you going to the bushes, you know. There could have been a snake there, who knows. Alright.